Hello everybody, my name is Chief Commodore Wolf, Zeus Matrax of the CLE CLE Mercenary Corps. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a Zeus scenario in Eden Editor. So, you want to play ArmA 3 like it's an RTS game, or you just want to be able to place down enemies in the middle of a mission for your friends, surprise them around corners and whatnot. This is going to show you how to set up a scenario and upload it to your, well, not entirely upload it, but show you where to find the file to upload it to your server so you can do this. First thing we need to do is go up here to the attributes and mess with these. Title. When you name it, it's going to pop up title when you upload it to the server instead of the file name itself. So keep that in mind if you're trying to make multiple versions of one mission. You'll want to change the title every time, or else it's going to pop up. It's the same title, but be a completely different mission whenever you play it. I like to uncheck that. I do have some mods installed to include Achilles, Ace, Acex, Tfar, or Tfar Armor Radio, and 3D Editor, as well as a couple others that shouldn't affect this. But the reason I have those installed is because they have some additional opportunities for different play styles, but they are not needed in order to follow this tutorial. So uncheck the DLC. 3D Editor will give you these additional things like map indicators, ambient flybys. We're not going to go into those, and that's all you need to do in a general. Next, we'll go to multiplayer. Now, this is probably the most important, if not second most important, attributes to set. You'll want to change this to Zeus. It's at the bottom of the list. Minimum players 1, max players 50 or whatever you want. Disable the AI. Alright. Now, respawn. Obviously the most important thing. You want set on custom position. If you see here, it tells you some different coding. I'll show you how to insert that later. So custom position, we'll want position and loadout. Now, keep in mind you don't have to check the loadout usually, but so there's different loadouts you can set. I'll show you how to set those loadouts up, unless you just want to let the guys use arsenal. I'll show you how to do that too. I'll show you both. So that's all we need to do here is set loadout position, respawn counter. If you set loadout, then it won't save your guys' loadout when they die. Alright, they'll respawn with that entirely new loadout fresh. So keep that in mind when you enable that. This is a 3D editor. Usually there's an Ace setting that enables this as well. Don't enable both, enable one or the other. It's here. I'll also show you where it is in the Ace settings when we get to that. If you don't use Ace and you want revive settings, the vanilla revive settings will be here. You'll turn this on, enable it all for all players. You won't change it to whatever you want for it. And then increase revive duration, force respawn duration, whatever you want. But this is pretty self-explanatory, and you can hover over this and do as you please. Dynamic groups. This is another 3D editor item. I enabled it. What it does, I'll show you in game. You press the U or uniform key, and it allows you to make your own groups and name it and everything. It gives you a little icon and all that. It's nice. But again, it's a 3D editor item, so if you don't have that enabled, it won't be there. As is this dynamic AI settings. So I play with Ace. I'm going to leave this disabled. And this is all we need to do here. Next, we need to go to settings, add-on settings. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to set up your own Ace settings, because there's a lot of settings to go through. However, will help find here Ace respawn. save gear item. If you click that, it saves it. Now, I also have my own presets that I've put together before. I have the 102 here, which includes ASEX and Tfar. What that basically does is you got Ace here, you got ASEX here, field rations. You won't change this how you like. This is how I have it set. You don't have to set it. ASEX Fortify, volume enabled whenever you jump in a vehicle, lower in vehicles right here. I'll show you what I have for multiplayer. This is what I have for Res Medical. Again, you set it up how you like. You can pause wherever you want to copy down if you want, but yeah, you get the point. I don't like having a litter enabled, even though it's cool to see it on the ground. It's like, oh man, this guy had a lot of bandages on him, but it's, you know, another thing for the server to contemplate, keep track of. So that's what I have for Ace Medical. Everything else, it's all on you. Really need to disable waste cook off because that takes off a lot of server memory when vehicles blow up. Anyways, that's that. Now we have our settings taken care of. We can move on to the next part. Actually placing down the units and whatnot. So, what I like to do is I like to select, for the scenarios, the most unusable space that there is as the respawn point. Because you want to get here, you don't want to have to move your respawn point in game and everything to like the air, to like another place. Say you have it at the airfield, and then suddenly you want enemies to be at the airfield, and you want to move your spawn. Yeah, place it at the most unusable space, and then you can use the rest of the map however you like. So, start with some men or women if you have them on enabled for that. A basic rifleman. Plop them down. Note that I'm putting them in a group. You don't have to, but it will make it easier for what I'm about to show you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys. Notice that this guy has a red ring around him, and these guys don't. Now, what that means is that this guy is the player. Alright, I like to refer to him as player 1. I'm actually going to ungroup this guy from the rest of the group for a very specific reason you'll see in a bit. All these guys, I'm going to select them, right click, attributes, make them playable characters. If you don't want them to pop up as rifleman, you could pop up as player slot or Jerry, Stevie, whatever you want. You can change their skill, doesn't really matter for players, it only matters for AI, their ranking, and all this other stuff. Some things that 3D editor pops up is, you know, you got these animations here is for AI. Special states. I don't really do anything with this, usually, regularly. Storage, disable AI features. One tip, if you're ever making a mission and you have 3D editor involved, which you should, is if you want to garrison people and you don't want them to move anywhere, disable pathing. Not moving, because that'll disable a lot of things, but just pathing so that they stay in their spot. These options. Yes, this. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to set up roles real quick. This guy, he'll be the team leader. Lieutenant. He's going to get everybody lost when he looks at his compass. He is not going to be an engineer or medic because he's the leader. He's going to instruct other people to do that. This guy, sergeant, will be the medic. In fact, he'll be a doctor. And not only am I going to enable that there, but also in unit traits, enable medic. Camouflage, audible, load efficient, these are all 3D editor stuff, as well as UAV hacker. Camouflage is pretty it says what it is. The camouflage coefficient determines how easy the unit can be spotted by AI. If you want guys to be sneaky in a mission, lower it. Because it says the lower the value, the more difficult it is to see or hear. If you guys want to carry everything, just reach that all the way, which I'm not going to do. So yeah, this guy is a medic. This guy, corporal, will be explosive specialist, some engineering. And this guy will be a UAV hacker and engineer. And these guys can just support them, carry their stuff for them, whatnot, you know. So now you have a squad here. Select the whole thing, copy paste. You have what, these are 6-man squads, so 6, 12, 18, 24. You have 24 player slots here, 25 plus this guy. Now this guy, we're gonna give him a special name. I'm gonna call him Zeus Blue. Although you don't have to call him Zeus Blue, but you can call him whatever you want. Just remember this variable name, because that's important. Let's go call him the Zeus slot. He's Colonel. And he's also able to do everything. Because he's the Zeus. There. Then you have 24 player slots, 6-man squads. And this guy is going to be the Zeus. We're not done yet. Now we need to place down systems. Here, I'm going to show you, not that. If you want to use Asex Fortify, you need to place this down. If you want to use multiple groups, which I'll show you in a little bit, you do have to place multiple of these units, of these modules down. Change it to blue for 4 presets. Gives you different building options from desert to green. Just give it a large. It really doesn't matter at this point. Sure. Yeah, budget you'll need to increase, so like maybe 2,000 or so, maybe 1,000 if you don't want them building super large structure areas, huge fobs and whatnot. The server will take that up. There's also this limit build area. I imagine you have to connect that to a trigger or something. I'm not quite sure. Haven't played with that enough yet. Next, multiplayer. If you're playing with Tfar, like me, you're going to want these. And Zeus. Tfar, you need to enforce usage. Alright. Now, to do that, let me pull up my custom example over here. If I place down, not this one, but this one. Yes, I'm aware. This guy's probably all going to be naked, yep. Oops. So this one, Tfar enforce usage. This is what I have mine set to. Password's already changed because this is an old preset, but whatever. If you want to set it to your channel password in your TeamSpeak server, and you want to change the channel name to that channel, which I have mine still called Radio Comms, yes. And these two are very important. You have to set these or else it won't work. So that's that. So you'll set this name to whatever your channel is in TeamSpeak. We'll say it's Radio Comms, like mine. And then your channel password's 123 321 QWERTY, whatever the hell you set it as. It's Stacy's mom. Sure. She's got it going on. Alright. So we got we got Tfar, we got Asex Fortify. We have, where's the game master? There he is. He's in Zeus. I'll place this down. I'm gonna say its owner is the same name as that guy we just had next to him, Zeus Blue. Okay. You don't have to sync it or connect it or set trigger owner. You just have to make sure that that name matches this name. And bam, this guy's gonna be a Zeus when we get in game. Still, we can't spawn yet. We don't have the respawn positions. So I'm going to place down this, and we'll refer back to our attributes multiplayer. Respawn on custom position. You notice here it tells you have to type in respawn _ west for it to count as a blue 4 respawn. So we'll do that. Right, name is respawn _ west. Name Rock Island or whatever the hell this is. It's just this respawn area. Infantry respawn side for blue 4. Show to site and its allies. Notification enabled, I guess. Oh, attribute name is already used. Oh, forgot this was here. Yep. Remove that. Now I can set this name here. Bleh. If there was more than one respawn area, you'll want to do an _1 or _2, 3, 4, 5, however many you have. But that's how that works. Alright. We got the respawns, Tfar, Fortify, Game Master, the Zeus. Trying to think if I'm missing anything. If you want an arsenal, alright, let's type in supply. Over here in the props, objects, props, this, just plop down a random old AAF supply box. Looks like something you'll throw out of the back of an aircraft. Make this an arsenal. Turn that off. These settings, you want to blacklist, and then just not do anything. However, for entertainment purposes, no. Just go down here. Ace Arsenal. Blacklist. Okay. Now you have an arsenal with everything in it. If you didn't want everything in it, sorry to tell you this, but you'll have to go to each item and click the little X here. Each item that you don't want, that is. So we have an arsenal, respawn, these, that, these guys. If you want loadouts, right? I myself am not the most experienced Zeus around, so I only know of one way. You may know of a better way, but I'll show you in game. Now, to make this a regular arsenal, it's actually a code you would need to get. Let me see if I have it here. You want this. This add action, open virtual. Yeah. I'm going to pause the video now and copy that down into a notepad. Go ahead. That'll give you a regular vanilla arsenal if you don't use Ace. Alright. And place this down next to it so you can see the differences. So, now we need to save this. And you want to save it not as a mission, but a multiplayer mission. Alright, that's pretty important. Respawns work differently this way. Stratus, Zeus, example. Save. Now, we'll test it out, see if I did everything correctly. That's okay. Let this load. Now you see we have leader, rifleman, Zeus slot here. Guess I placed this guy second, so I don't know. He's his own group got placed second. But here you go. Here's a Zeus slot. He's a leader and rifleman. Press OK. Load it in. Now clearly, I did something wrong here because I ended up in the debug port. I figured it out. Respawn delay. That has to be a thing. 5 seconds or more or less. But it has to have a second at least. Otherwise, the respawn menu won't pop up. Also, places for vehicles. I'll show you how to do that in a second. Save this. Tree. blue for. I don't know why that didn't set earlier. Okay. See, it's very important to troubleshoot. Don't ever get discouraged when you're making a mission because something's not working right off the bat. This could be something so silly as this. As you can see now, it works. Here we are. We're in the mission. Got guns. Is Ace hearing enabled? Yes, it is. Alright, so this is an Ace arsenal. And this is a virtual arsenal. Ace arsenal, I like much better. So you can go here, you have a search bar. You can just, let's type in 200, even though I see it right there. Just search, there it is. Go here, how many black uniforms? That. There we go. This is what I like about Ace Arsenal. That, and it also shows these, what these different items do. Ballistic explosive load. This, yeah. That's Ace Arsenal. And I'm going to show you with the virtual arsenal how to make loadout. For respawns. Oh god, it's inverted when you do that. So we got this guy. I'm gonna give him Tfar backpack. I'm gonna load up AT mine in it. A couple AT mines. I'm gonna save it as example loadout 1. And we're gonna switch it over here. This guy's some bandages. These, save it as sample loadout 2. Now we're gonna go into Zeus. But I disabled loadout selection. Multiplayer. If you want to enable respawn loadouts, here you go. Do this, you have different loadouts here. You can select. Obviously I haven't set any yet, so we just have Rifleman. I'm going to press Y or Yankee and go into Zeus Modules, Respawn, Loadouts. And I'm going to go into the Arsenal here. Select these two. I'm going to go here, make sure that's unselected. Click OK, get out, Respawn, Blammo. We got example loadout 1, example loadout 2. There you go. That's how you do respawn loadouts. But again, I like just using the Ace Arsenal and letting my guys use it. With restrictions, of course. Make sure nobody just goes crazy with explosive rounds in their shotguns. Looking at a very specific member, but it's okay. And there you go. There you have it. You have a Zeus scenario that you can play around with your friends. Final thing, in order to get it to your server, you want to go to Scenario, you want to go to Export, and you go to Export to Multiplayer. What that's going to do is it's going to go to your ArmA 3 directory in your MP missions folder, and you can grab that .pbo file out of there, upload it to your server. That's all you gotta do. So, thank you everybody for watching. This is this has been a tutorial, tutorial and a half, really. So, I hope it helps.